What's going on, everyone? Another day, another Laker injury, this time in the name of Rui Hachimura. So, Laker injury update from the team. Lakers forward Rui Hachimura underwent a procedure today to repair a nasal fracture that occurred during the Lakers vs. Mavericks game on November 22nd. Hachimura will be reevaluated by team doctors in approximately 1 week. So, Rui Hachimura is officially out for minimum a week. Very likely it'll be longer, right? He's just going to be reevaluated in a week. Chances are he's probably going to miss another couple days to another week just to get back into the flow of things. Hopefully he can still kind of keep his legs under him and get some shots up and obviously do some non-contact stuff to kind of stay game ready or as close to that as possible. But this is a big blow for the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers are without Jared Vanderbilt. They're without Cam Reddish, although Cam Reddish has been listed as questionable for tomorrow's game. So hopefully he plays. He's day-to-day. I did think that the Lakers would proceed cautiously with Cam Reddish and kind of let him, get a couple days off and stuff like that, maybe like a week off. But with the injury of Rui Hachimura, I don't know if you can, right? I mean, you can, but it's like we need bodies at this point, right? So now you have Rui, Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, and you have Gabe Vincent. 3 of those 4 guys are your best defensive guys, not named Anthony Davis. 3 of those 4 guys are your best perimeter defenders, point of attack guys, all of that. That really hurts. That is a huge blow. Rui Hachimura, he's not great at defending the twitchier guys or like the quicker guys, but he's great at defending many of the 4s in the league as well as guys that are bigger, right? I mean, we've seen him hold his own against some of the top centers in the league even. And so, that's a huge blow for the Lakers. And Rui, you can make an argument outside of LeBron James, Rui has been the most consistent. Right? He hasn't gotten the consistency as far as playing time and playing wise goes, but he's been very good in pretty much all the games in the limited role that he has had. Right? Whether it's 10 minutes or it's 30 minutes, the guy is holding his own. The guy is going out there and getting buckets. I mean, I've been screaming till I'm blue in the face that we need to get more actions, more sets with Rui involved. I mean, how many times is our offense just completely stagnant? And Rui's just like a spot-up three-point shooter. And it's like, dude, you have a guy that can shoot 55% from the mid-range. Call his number, run some action, get him on the block, right? Give him the ball and let him go to work. Why are you just making him a spot-up three-point shooter? That's not his game. He can knock him down. He has improved. You've seen the strides. You've seen a lot of improvement from Rui this year. A lot of that is he's been working with LeBron James, so you've seen that chemistry. You've seen that relationship continue to grow and develop. We've seen some crazy sequences in some two-man game with LeBron and Rui. And a lot of Rui's lack of playing time is because we have to play LeBron, 40 minutes a game just for us to be competitive, right? So that takes away from Rui Hachimura because you can in some cases play Rui at the 3, but not regularly, and you can't play him anywhere else. You could go a small ball, but you got Hayes, you got Wood, you got AD, right? So he's limited there. Rui is pretty much a 4 in this league from both sides of the basketball because that's where he has the best matchup advantages on both sides of the basketball. So when LeBron's playing 36 minutes at the 4, there's only 12 minutes a game left over for the 4 spot. So that's where I think Rui's minutes are coming from, or lack of minutes are coming from. But again, this is just another blow. One of the big strengths of this Lakers team was the wing depth, right? And all the size and versatility. And we have all these different guys for different matchups or different looks, whatever. And the Lakers just cannot stay healthy at all. But I do think that you can offset this. I do think the Rui injury, Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, I do think that hurts, but I still think the Lakers have more than enough. And now you just go up, right? You just go bigger, right? So for me, obviously, you still go with the normal starters because you have that. Obviously, Reddish was starting, so probably some more Max Christie still in the starting unit. Maybe you go bigger and move LeBron to the 3 for these stretches. Although, again, LeBron has to play the 4 more than the 3 just for his workload and him to be able to manage. But even if you go with the starters, right? To me, it's simple, right? You're missing a lot of your wing depth. Go get AD more minutes at the 4, right? So again, have your starters. Put AD at the 4, let him play the 4 spot, which is what he loves, and then now get some more Jaxson Hayes in there, maybe even some more Christian Wood, who we'll touch on here in a moment. But like, I think you basically just have your guys that you have in the rotation that you've kind of stuck with without Jared Vanderbilt, obviously without Cam Reddish. We had that game against Dallas where we didn't have him. And then now Rui Hachimura, which again, he would have been a huge piece. Well, now you go without him. I just think you start AD at the 5 like you have been, and then you play him more minutes at the 4, and you let him hopefully kind of get his feel. Not just that, but now you get more of a sample size, more of a look with that, like Jaxson Hayes AD, Christian Wood AD. You get more looks with those lineups and see like how good can that potentially be. I just think that would be the easiest fix, is like, okay, just move Davis to the 4 and the LeBron minutes that LeBron's not out there. Because again, when LeBron's there, then he's going to play the 4. So LeBron's going to play his 34 to 36 minutes. And then now you could play 10 to 12 minutes with AD at the 4. And have AD at the 4, Hayes at the 5, or go with the Wood and AD lineup. That, I think, would be the best scenario, I guess. Obviously, again, Christian Wood, this is a good opportunity for him. This is, like, Christian Wood has had his struggles. He's had some moments where he's been great. He's had some games where he's been brilliant. He's had some really good games. He's had some, like, okay games. But he's also had some very bad games where he just doesn't seem to really be in a rhythm, doesn't really seem to have his flow the way that he has in previous seasons. I do think some of that is just the role he's playing now. He's used to being in a more prominent role, where on this Lakers team, he's kind of like the 7th, 8th guy on the team. I think that's part of it. I think another part of it is just all offseason, he wasn't really able to work and train like some of the other guys, right? Or like he has in other seasons, because he was a free agent up until like a week or two before camp. So he wasn't able to go to the Dallas Mavericks facility and go and work out and train because he wasn't a Mav. He wasn't able to go to the Lakers facility and go work out and train because he wasn't a Laker, right? So everything he was doing on his own independently, whatever that was. And there's no replicating the actual NBA games and stuff like that, right? Like, you could go and do hours and hours and hours of drills. You could go and run scrimmages at your local Y. You can play scrimmages in practice. You could do all those things. There's no replicating an actual NBA game. But to me, this is an opportunity for Christian Wood to get back in a rhythm, get back to that guy that we thought he would be, a guy that could put the Lakers over the top, because it's like, man, you just got a versatile 3-level scoring big man at like 6'10" that could play the center, could play the power forward position, could shoot 38% from 3, give you 17 and 6 on a regular basis, right? Like, that was the idea when we went and got Christian Wood, and thus far he hasn't consistently been able to do that. He's had his games where he's giving you, that 17 and 6, and those games the Lakers are better than not, right? But I need to see him step up. You got no Rui. This is your opportunity to basically fill in and give that Rui minutes. And it also would give us, like, if Christian Wood can do that and he can get back to being the Christian Wood we need him to be, then if the Lakers were to make a trade, that would be beneficial for the Lakers, because more likely than not, any Lakers trade is going to involve Rui Hachimura. So the problem is if you trade Rui, are the Lakers going to be able to make up for that production that you have in Rui? Well, if Christian Wood can get back to being the Christian Wood we know he can be, well, then now it's like, okay, we can go get a DeMar DeRozan or a Zach LaVine or something like that, because Christian Wood, he can play the 4 and fill in for that Rui role, and then also play spots at the 5, and then now we can really run Christian Wood the way that we thought about running him and kind of free up some of that log jam a little bit, right? So this is a huge opportunity, in my opinion, for Christian Wood, right? Like, this is Christian Wood's time to shine and to step up and show, like, hey, I can be that guy. I can be that 17 and 6 guy. I don't even necessarily need him to be 17 and 6. Like, if he could be like 12 and 6, that's great, right? Because again, he would be our 7th, 8th guy off the bench, right? Because let's say Austin Reeves is our 6th, right? Rui was usually our 7th, Right, well, now if it's Christian Wood, so now Christian Wood is our 7th guy off the bench. If he's giving us 12 points a game off the bench with 6 rebounds, a block or something, right? Like, that's perfect. We don't need him to be a 20 and 10 guy. It'd be great, don't get me wrong, but we don't necessarily need that for him to be impactful, effective, and really kind of help change this Lakers team, right? We just need him to be consistent more than anything. Even if it's 10 points a game. I just need consistency. I need you to consistently give us that 10 points or whatever it is a game. And if he can do that, then I think the Lakers will be in great shape. Even if we don't make a trade, we would be in great shape, right? To have Christian Wood be able to come off the bench and give us, 10 and 6 like clockwork. Because at that point, now he's the 8th guy, right? Like, those things are very important, very impactful. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, man, it's just so frustrating that the Lakers cannot stay healthy. Like, how do we know what this team can be? How do we properly judge this team when we just don't have guys that are consistently healthy, right? I mean, obviously the Lakers have issues beyond just the injury report, right? But the injury report definitely, I believe, is a factor. Again, you're missing 3 of your top 4 defensive players. That's going to hurt, right? So, anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel about this? Are you frustrated as I am? Do you think, like, yeah, now's a good opportunity for guys like Wood and stuff to really step up and show that? Do you think play AD more at the 4 in the non-LeBron minutes, right? So, like, when LeBron's on the bench, AD's in, he's playing the 4. You got Hayes at the 5 to kind of offset the lack of Rui. Again, how do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.